Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Chu finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, we'll be seeing him popping up all over the pitch, Peter. He's great at nipping opposition counters in the bud, but he can create chances for his forwards too. What's most important, though, is that he's a real fighter, a real grafter, and I think you'll see the best of that out there.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Rice, Chu goes for the shot! No, not quite.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Tonali. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chu. Good take, and is he in? No foul, says the referee. Tries to play it through. Hazard picks it up out wide. Now it's Batistuta. And that interception was... Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Lee Kang-in goes short. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, well measured. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's had a shot! And he's done it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Hangs in a cross. Keeper gets his hands on it. Referee's given a throw. Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Great chance! They've got to be quick to it. Oh, what has happened here? Olise gets flagged offside. Pedri. Kilishoy receives it in a good position here. Oh, can he get onto this? This is Batistuta. Hazard played out to the left flank. Passing nice and neat. Lee Kang-in cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Messi, he's found a way through. Hazard. Kukçu. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. And this is Batistuta. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's intervened well there. Great vision. Kukçu gets into a good position. Over to the left. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Out towards the flank.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Messi. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Oh, sweet feet. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Messi is behind this one. Messi! Shot, surely! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a lovely, neat pass. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Pedri. Shot could be on. It's a sharp pass. Kukçu. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Mbappe. Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Tonali can so cleverly bypass the press. Pedri, it's loose now and they want to get it back. Olise.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Lee Kang-in. Now it's Batistuta. Passing is crisp and sharp. And Batistuta! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Now it's Hazard. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's Tonali. And here's Batistuta. Kukçu. Still just the single goal between the sides. Great defending, strong and determined. Kılıçsoy has found the net here, of course. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and...
And the shot! It's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18, numero 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Ruben Dias. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising. Goes for a shot! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Ekitike. Lovely pass, but can he get there? João Cancelo. Lee Kang-in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shapes to shoot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
A case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to...
Big chance, must be! Oh, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control.
De Gea, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Belletti. There's a sharp little ball here. Owen. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Kachu! In he goes again! Oh, the ball's come loose here. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Kachu. Kukchu. That has been slung wide. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Out to the right. Oh, well measured. Corner number 2 then. Lee Kang-in with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And he skips past his man. He's picked his way through. No way through there. Pedri. Oh, good spread. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Your final thoughts, Jim?
North Carolina definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was link-up play, running in behind.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player. Pato! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant... And Owen! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, cracking ball. Yamal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Mbappe gets it away. Yamal. Can he finish? It is a fantastic goal. A finish of true class. 2-0 and in next to no time. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? There's such an...
He's had a shot! Euphoria! Utopia! and they are cavorting. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Chance! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Dink through. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot. Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter.
Pato! They've got to be quick to recover this. Mbappe. Oh, what has happened here? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And here's Yamal.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Not the most accurate pass. Baresi is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Otto, he's shifting through the gears here. And that's a good ball. Real chance! They've scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous, a man who can single-handedly turn defence into attack, and he's capable of playing anywhere on either flank. And when you add in the vision and creativity of a central playmaker, there's nobody else like him.
Now, can they get him away? Lahm gets flagged offside. No way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Mbappe. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Mbappe. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery, the defence though... Pedri! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Pedri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Neymar falls short. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe, can he finish? He's got away with one there. Corner number 2 then. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. So, third corner of the game. Neymar with the short one. Delivers the ball. Oh, what a climb! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Lahm. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Still goalless. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a delicate pass. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Serginho. Spread out to the left. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, that's well spotted. More and more pressure on the ball here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Lofted in. Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Pedri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Quality ball. Adams kept aware. and it is reclaimed easily. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Ekitike. And it's Pedri. And he was quick to react. Pele.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That has been cut short. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now and the finish! Oh, he has another go!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Played over towards the opposite flank. Serginho. Ball's gone out of play. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly.
And there's the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
North Carolina really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are back on the way.
North Carolina have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Can he stop it going out? And this is Pele. That's good play. Rice, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, it's Seedorf. Oh, well played, well played. That's good running with the ball. Oh, they can break here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Rice.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Serginho is flagged offside. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Pullet is herring after that one. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Pele! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitution on the field.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 27, Serginho. Number 22, Pedri. Coming on the field.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Number 23, Vinicius Junior.
He's found a way past.
Kukchu. Substitution.
He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Lahm does well to stand firm and defend it. Kukchu. And this is Owen. Good challenge, excellent challenge. That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pele aims beyond the defence, looking to go deep, and he's taking no chances there.
Manchester United truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
And the counter is on. Messi in acres of space out wide.
Substitution.
And here's Neymar. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. And looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area, and it's Vieira. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, that looks a decent ball. Vinicius Junior, and he shoots! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Jordi Alba. Can he get on the end of this? Hangs one. There's the header! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed in. This time, surely! Oh, it rattles the bar.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Maldini gets it clear. Taken back almost at once. Now it's Neymar. That is good alertness. Buffon clears. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
For the benefit of anybody who is down.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals. That's rather hopeful. Matthäus and Adams. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And the shot! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That has been knocked clear. Matthäus with the cross, climbs up big! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Owen. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Raul. It's a promising position. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Now, can they get him away? Good read, needed to be. Rice. He's in a great position here. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no...
He's had a shot! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And this is Owen. Strokes it back. Rice. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Mbappe. Zanetti. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mateus. Belletti. Pedri. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Threads one in. Raul knocks it into space. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
It's their second corner of the game. Mateus with the short one. Oh, this looks sharp. And now they can spring out of defence. Howson. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shoots! Goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again.
And the first half is done. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. Mateus. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Owen. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Serginho. And it's Belletti. Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Raul. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And here's Neymar. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Neymar, he's being urged to shoot, takes a shot! It's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Serginho. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. Neymar. That has not gone well. It's gone for a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's played through for him.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Neymar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Il numero 11. Bale. Il numero 14.
75 minutes played.
Sostituzione.
Isco gives it back. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neymar. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Inter clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very...
It's a mighty effort! Goal! Inter! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him.
He's having a shot! He has done it! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the man...
He's one-on-one, decent chance! Goal! And that for him is goal number 10. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It'll be a throw-in. And here's Neymar.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Kilishoy has been caught there, it's a foul. There will be 4 extra minutes. Zanetti. And it's Neymar. Bale. Great, real chance! He's got a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! And that is it, the referee has seen enough. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, if you ever needed proof that Gareth Bale is a big match player, you only need to look back to that famous night in Kiev, Peter.
Oh, quite so. Brought on just after the hour, wasn't he? And within a couple of minutes, he put his team ahead spectacularly. And then he helped himself to another goal late on and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I remember it well, Peter. I was there. I mean, the first goal was magnificent, but he got a huge slice of luck with the second. OK, he struck the ball well enough, but from that distance, you would expect the keeper to deal with it comfortably.
Pullet puts his foot on the gas, taken back almost at once. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? The less said about that pass, the better. Leicester getting this one clear. Gattuso. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. Now it's Owen. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a pretty loose pass. Messi. Now it's Owen. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it out wide. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Bale! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Messi takes control of it and he's on the move.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rice. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Owen. And this is Messi. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cannavaro clears. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Bale. Now it's Bale.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's beaten the last man. An uncompromising challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Mbappe!
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted.
And the shot! That's a decent clearance. Vieira.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now this could be a chance. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Hullet. Great ball if he can get there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Floated through. Eto'o has it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And Hullet! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. And that pass just didn't quite work. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Looking to play him in. Well, referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. There's the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. And he's intervened well there. Bullet. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. This is the time you need that pace.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's all... And the shot!
Rice. Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Well, nicely intercepted. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Mbappe. Serginho. Showing good feet. Pedri. Oh, it's a great ball here. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's picked his way through. Now, can they get him away? Milan claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Milan have their third corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Mbappe. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Turns and goes back. And it's Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, delightful ball. And he's surging through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Owen. Great vision. Serginho is onto this. They've played it short. It's a promising position. Opts to play it back. Good read, needed to be. Nicely aimed pass. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Messi, and here's Owen. Tries a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Oh, well played, well played. Adams makes the interception. Now it's Owen. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. Cleared away. Ambitious ball here. And he was alert to it. Tries to play it through. Now the ball's gone astray.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Owen. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Owen. Now it's Cantona. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's running through, and a chance! They've done it! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Oh, that's a key interception. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
This usually is the time.
Griezmann! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Griezmann is offering a wry smile there.
Substitution on the field. Number
Milan
10,
get their
Owen.
fourth corner.
Number 7.
That has been knocked clear.
Number 2.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Number 27.
And he's there to make the challenge.
Number 11. Messi. Coming on
Threads
the
one in.
field. Number 9.
The referee's
Number
awarded a free
20,
kick.
Ekitike.
No second
Number
thought, a
19,
straight red card.
Hernandez.
Milan
Number
are down to
14,
10 men.
Kukçu. Number 8. Dybala.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Can he latch on to this? What a throw in.
Substitution in progress.
And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable sometimes. Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim, so how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers, but he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
That's a good ball. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, shooting chance! And he's heaved it away. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Perez. Perez touches it back.
Just too much pressure, had to go that way.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's in a great position here. Perez. Guti. Now it's Hazard. And here's Haaland. Good ball, good take. Haaland. Haaland!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. It's a promising position. Now the delivery. Ter Stegen. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lovely bit of skill. Looking to go deep. Punched away. Tries to get it clear. That'll be a throw-in. Very nicely done. Now this could be a chance. Gay, that's a nicely weighted pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Guti. Now it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Villarreal deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Pepe.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
No outsmarting him this time. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And it's Hazard. Engages and forces him off the ball. Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Pepe. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement. And a chance! Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Guti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
He's going for goal! Oh, that is outstanding! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're at it again in double quick time! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Lobbed in behind. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Might want to be careful there.
Villarreal land themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Mbappe. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And we hit half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Pepe really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And he's picked it up out wide. Well, that pass isn't the best. Belletti looking understandably energised after his goal. Botman. It's Belletti. Botman. Pepe. Threads one in. Showing good feet. No, that's been intercepted. Haaland. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's surging through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Well, this looks promising in terms of... Guardiola! Well, now... Oh, that's ambitious. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So 2-0 the scoreline early. He's gone for goal! And he's really put himself on the line here. They've played it short. Shapes to shoot! And he's there to belt it away. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Botman ploughing through the middle.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Tries to pass it through. Howson calmly anticipates. Guardiola. Now it's Mbappe. Now Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Azar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Azar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Azar. He is just correct. He's having a go! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Applies the finish! Villarreal have the chance to go the other way. And no, that was never going to make it. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pepe. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Botman. Bellingham. Good running, strong, and he's tried one! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there, knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Belletti. That is ended up in no man's land. Gay. Now it's Haaland. And here's the chance to counter. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And that's a good ball. The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
The 1- and 2-touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
That's really well cleared. Looking for a runner. Defending of the desperate variety. Villarreal are looking to go forward now. And here's Haaland. Out towards the flank. Gay. Nicely weighted ball. Tries to play it through. Gerard Moreno. And that is expertly dealt with. And he's had a hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Gerard Moreno is offering a wry smile there.
Adams with the clearance.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Mbappe takes control of it and he's on the move. And he's managed to get free. There's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he opts to go forward. Gerard Moreno. And the number on the board is 3. And that's it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had...